Sick of loud commutes ruining your playlists, but don't want to drop $300 on fancy audio gear? I found the ultimate budget noise-canceling saviors that actually work, and one of them completely blew my mind. Today we are diving deep into the world of affordable active noise-canceling headphones. Make sure you stick around until the end, because the #1 headphone on this list has a feature set that frankly embarrassed some of my high-end studio gear, and you will not want to miss it. Let's get right into the countdown. 7. Vonaural ANC Bluetooth headphones. When I first unboxed these, I was moderately impressed by their lightweight design and the sleek matte finish that gives them a slightly more premium look than their price tag suggests. They fold up quite nicely, making them easy to toss into a backpack without taking up too much room, which is a big plus for daily commuters. The ear cups are lined with a soft synthetic leather that feels decent against the skin during the first few minutes of wear. However, once I took these out to a local coffee shop to test the active noise cancellation, the reality of their budget nature quickly became apparent. While they do feature an ANC switch, flipping it on feels more like a slight muffling of the environment rather than true noise cancellation. You can still clearly hear the barista calling out orders and the clatter of mugs, which is quite disappointing if you are buying these specifically for isolation. It almost feels like the passive isolation from the ear pads is doing more heavy lifting than the actual electronic ANC. Moving on to the sound quality, the Vonaural headphones deliver a passable experience for casual listening, but they won't satisfy anyone who appreciates audio clarity. When listening to bass-heavy tracks, the lower frequencies feel incredibly muddy and tend to bleed into the mid-range vocals, making your favorite singers sound like they are performing underwater. If you push the volume past the 70% mark, the treble becomes uncomfortably sharp and distorted, forcing you to dial it back down immediately. 6. Amazon Basics AMZ B6080B. Amazon has been quietly expanding its budget electronics line, and these headphones are a clear attempt to offer a no-frills, utilitarian approach to active noise cancellation. Straight out of the box, they look exactly like what you would expect from the Basics line, a simple, unbranded black aesthetic that doesn't draw any attention to itself. The physical control buttons are large and tactile, making it incredibly easy to pause your music or answer a call without fumbling around. Unfortunately, the build quality leaves a rather negative impression the moment you pick them up. The entire chassis is constructed from a very thin, cheap-feeling plastic that aggressively creaks every time you adjust the headband or pivot the ear cups. When I was walking down the street, I could actually hear the plastic groaning in my ears with every step I took, which completely broke my immersion in the music. It makes you question how well these would survive a simple drop onto a hard floor. The active noise cancellation on the Amazon Basics model is slightly more noticeable than our #7 pick, effectively dampening low, continuous hums like an air conditioning unit. But this comes with a very annoying catch. Whenever the ANC is activated in a quiet room, there is a distinct, high-pitched hissing noise in the background. This artificial static becomes incredibly distracting when you are listening to podcasts or acoustic music with quiet passages, completely defeating the purpose of creating a peaceful listening environment. Audio performance is incredibly flat and uninspiring across the board. There is a severe lack of dynamic range, the bass lacks any real punch, and the highs feel rolled off and dull. 5. TAGRY H08. The moment I put the TAGRY headphones on, I noticed a dramatic improvement in comfort and design. They feature a remarkably sleek silhouette with a matte finish that resists fingerprints beautifully. The headband has a generous amount of padding that distributes the weight perfectly, allowing me to wear them for a 4-hour movie marathon without feeling a single ounce of fatigue or pinching on the crown of my head. The active noise cancellation here is a genuine step up and actually starts to deliver on the promise of isolating you from the world. I took the H08s onto a noisy subway train, and flipping the ANC switch immediately cut out a significant portion of the track rumble and the hum of the train car. While it won't completely silence sharp, sudden noises like a baby crying, it does a fantastic job of pushing the background chaos far enough away that you can truly focus on your media. Sound quality is where the TAGRY H08 really surprised me. They possess a surprisingly punchy and vibrant sound signature that brings a lot of life to pop, hip-hop, and EDM tracks. The bass response is tight and controlled, providing a satisfying thump without overwhelming the crisp vocals in the mid-range. I was genuinely impressed by how well they handled complex instrumentals, giving each instrument enough room to breathe so the track didn't feel congested. Battery anxiety is completely eliminated with this model. TAGRY advertises an incredibly long playtime, and in my testing, they absolutely delivered. I used them heavily for almost 2 entire weeks on a single charge before they finally beeped for a recharge. Furthermore, they feature a quick charge capability via USB-C, where just 10 minutes on the charger gave me enough juice for an entire afternoon of listening. 4. ZINGBIRD U8. I took these to the gym for several intensive workout sessions, and their secure fit was phenomenal. The clamping force is just right, firm enough to stay glued to your head during a light jog or bench press, but soft enough around the ears that you don't feel like your head is in a vice. They also have a very robust, durable feel to the plastic that gave me confidence they could survive being tossed around in a gym bag. The standout feature of the ZINGBIRD U8 is the downright insane battery life. These headphones boast a massive internal battery that easily pushed past the 60-hour mark during my testing with the ANC turned off. Even with the noise cancellation running constantly, I barely made a dent in the battery indicator over a weekend trip. If you are someone who notoriously forgets to charge their devices overnight, the U8 will be your absolute best friend. When it comes to audio, the ZINGBIRD U8 leans heavily into a fun, energetic sound profile. The low-end frequencies are heavily boosted, making them an absolute joy for working out or listening to bass-heavy genres. Kick drums hit with a visceral thud that really gets your adrenaline pumping. Despite this heavy bass focus, the treble remains surprisingly bright, ensuring that cymbals and hi-hats still cut through the mix clearly without sounding muffled. The active noise cancellation is highly effective, particularly in office environments. When I wore these at my desk, the U8 completely erased the hum of the air conditioning and the rhythmic clacking of my mechanical keyboard. It allowed me to drop into a deep state of focus for hours. 3. JBL Tune 770N. It is incredibly refreshing to see a legendary brand like JBL offering a product in this affordable bracket without stripping away the features that make their gear great. The design language is unmistakably JBL, featuring a clean, minimalist look with the subtle logo stamped on the ear cups. They are incredibly lightweight, and the synthetic materials used for the ear pads feel exceptionally premium and soft against the skin. Audio performance is where the Tune 770N truly shines, driven by JBL's signature pure bass sound. The audio quality is meticulously tuned, offering a rich, warm soundstage that makes acoustic guitars sound intimate and electronic beats feel massive. I tested these with a wide variety of genres, from classical music to heavy metal, and the headphones handled everything with an impressive level of detail and a beautifully balanced dynamic range that you rarely find at this price point. What really sets this headphone apart from the previous contenders is the incredible companion app. By downloading the JBL Headphones app, you gain access to a fully customizable equalizer. This means if you want more treble for your podcasts or extra sub-bass for your gym playlist, you can sculpt the audio exactly to your liking. The app is incredibly user-friendly and elevates the entire listening experience by giving you total control over your sound. The active noise cancellation is highly sophisticated and includes an ambient aware mode, which is a total game changer. With a tap of a button, the external microphones pump the outside world into your ears, allowing you to have a quick conversation or listen for traffic while crossing a busy street without ever taking the headphones off. 2. bmani H2. I went into testing these with tempered expectations, but they completely blew me away with their premium execution. The build quality is exceptional, featuring a sturdy metal-reinforced headband and memory foam ear cushions that feel like absolute clouds. You can wear these for an 8-hour workday and completely forget they are on your head. The battery technology in the bmani H2 is nothing short of revolutionary for the budget category. Not only do they offer a staggering amount of total playtime, but their rapid charging feature is best in class. I accidentally let them die before a long flight, plugged them in for literally 5 minutes while boarding, and got over 3 hours of playback, enough to last the entire flight, That kind of reliability is practically priceless when you are constantly on the move. The soundstage on the H2 is remarkably wide and immersive, making it an incredible headphone for watching movies and gaming, as well as listening to music. When watching an action film, the directional audio is fantastic. You can hear footsteps creeping up behind you, and explosions feel like they have real physical weight to them. The audio resolution is crystal clear, revealing subtle background vocals and instruments in tracks that I had never even noticed before. The active noise cancellation is incredibly robust and aggressive in the best way possible. I ran a simulated airplane cabin noise test on my studio monitors, blasting 90 decibels of jet engine roar, and the bmani H2 blocked out a staggering amount of the low-end rumble. It creates a beautiful, dark canvas of silence for your music to shine against, rivaling the isolation provided by headphones that cost 3 times as much. Sony WH-CH720N. Sony has taken the wizardry from their industry-leading premium flagship headphones and managed to trickle it down into this incredibly affordable package. The design is a masterclass in ergonomics, tipping the scales at a shockingly low weight. They are the lightest wireless noise-canceling headphones Sony has ever made, providing unparalleled, feather-like comfort for all-day wear. The secret weapon here is Sony's integrated processor V1, the exact same chip used in their much more expensive models. This processor takes the active noise cancellation to an entirely different stratosphere. When you turn the ANC on, the world simply disappears. Whether it was the chaotic din of a crowded subway, the high-pitched hum of office electronics, or wind noise on a stormy day, the CH720N neutralized it with flawless precision. It is, without a doubt, the best noise cancellation you can buy in this price bracket. The audio fidelity is absolutely breathtaking. Out of the box, they deliver a perfectly balanced, studio-quality sound profile that makes every single genre shine. But what truly sets them apart is Sony's DSEE technology, which actively upscales compressed digital music files in real time. Even low-quality streaming tracks suddenly sound rich, expansive, and incredibly detailed. Every bass note is tight, every vocal is lush, and the highs are sparkling without ever being harsh. Beyond the sound and silence, the quality of life features are unmatched. The beamforming microphones with precise voice pickup technology make phone calls sound incredibly professional, even if you are standing on a windy street corner. They also feature full integration with the Sony Headphones Connect app, offering comprehensive EQ customization, spatial audio optimization, and granular control over your ambient sound settings.